stand all alone, trying to fight the pain for a broken heart. Why she left me, I don't know. Really doesn't matter anymore.
Very special.
Yeah.
Very special to drive up and seeing your name in neon, knowing that the Beatles and the Stones and all the classic big stars have been there. You feel honored.
Even if you're a broken heart, you can't fight the pain from a broken heart.
Looking back at my career, already starting in 1976, not ready. But so a lot of my learning mistakes or learning steps I've done in front of the camera or in records on stage. I didn't do it in a rehearsal room. So to me it has been a really long road that I just kept driving, and then because I was constantly thinking, no, I'm not going to stop here, it doesn't feel right, and every place I stopped it never felt right. Now, even though I had the success with White Lion, and even though I had some good years with Freak of Nature, it wasn't until Cobblestone Street that I felt my whole life come together with my music, and understanding that at that moment I'm one with the music. There's no separation anymore. It sounds cliche, but there's just some people. I come from very little in Copenhagen. Very little family, very little apartment. That's what I remember being me. So when we had the big success in America with White Lion and played Madison Square Garden, the memories are not good. I don't know, because sometimes there's an old saying, you know, it's like the chase is better than the catch. It's like, you know, and the good years of White Lion was a fight to get to the top. And when we got to the top, it was like, what do we do now? And then the friendship broke apart. I was never comfortable with the limousines and the sunglasses and, you know, the rock star. I wasn't, you know, I was good on stage, I was good frontman, but I didn't like to. I wanted to go out and talk to people after. I wanted to drive with the truck drivers. So now I just drive by myself. It's tough, but sometimes that's what you got to do to make it real. You know, it's just the way it is. That's the difference between Springsteen and Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi wants to be like Springsteen, but he lives the rock star life. And you can't create false music.
I wasn't born behind a wall to keep me in. Don't need no holy book.
There's no difference that you will know instantly that it's the same artist. But it is a natural 2 steps up. It's a natural progression, because with Cobblestone Street, that is the new foundation to what I will do for the rest of my life. So it was important for me that the next record would take a natural change. And one of the reasons, it's not necessarily that it's the most brilliant idea, but one of the reasons why I called it Museum was really because the variety of songs. I love a lot of rock bands, and I love AC/DC and stuff like that, but you know, sometimes it's the same song over and over and over. This is more like Yellow Brick Road, as an example, whatever, where every song just changes, but you never question that it's Elton John, because the voice will tell you. So museum is about total freedom in music.
Keep my trust in yourself. No God, no religion, nobody.
I don't ride on the road. My fingers are killing me. I don't want to see a guitar for the next 20 years. No, not really. Because when your ears are ringing and when you play 2 to 3 hours every day, you need a break. So when you pick the guitar up again, you fall in love with it again. You go, ring. You go, oh, that's fresh. If I do pick up the guitar in the morning, I thought it feels like I never took the guitar off. My guitar strap is still wet and things like that. So I need a break from that.
Business. I'm just telling you this so you know where I stand.
I drive a lot. I use my eyes to get away from everything else. I don't live the classic rock life. I don't go to bars and drink and go chase girls and stuff like that. I read a lot and I watch really dark and strange movies that identify with my music and imagery and a place in my life where I feel like
that's me and that's the way it's gonna
be. Loyalty is important. I don't have a family anymore. I mean, I really only have... My father left when I was four years old. I almost don't remember. He's visited once in a while, but he's never been a father. My mom passed away like three years ago or something like that. Can't remember that. And so I only really have my 2 brothers. And then I have my 3 children who are not with me. So it's very sad and it's very lonely because I never wanted children, because I had given so much to rock and roll that I had never established a foundation. I was a man, I was chaplain with a suitcase. Where's home? Oh, there's a pillow. That's my home. And then my first son, and then, you know, I can't have my children. And you know, now I have my son is 6 years old, Lennon, and my daughter Isabel is 9 years old, and they're in Indonesia, and they were born here. And I just want them back in the West. I don't want them to grow up there. But right now, the mother has put chains on them, so I have to wait for time. So you put this in your heart, and you bring up the guitar.
Somehow could have had a better life.
When 9/11 happened, very short time after that, I became what you call a scholar. I own over 350 books on everything that's been written about. I own every DVD and YouTube clip and stuff like that, because my eyes told me that what I see and what I'm being told are 2 very different stories. And when I got deep into that, and the books led me back to Second World War, to Vietnam, to all these things, you just go, I don't know who I can trust. Anything that's been told is just the press telling you that. And the press don't even say the truth anymore. A little bit more in Europe. In America, forget it. America, patriotism is #1. And even though they'll say, oh, Obama's gonna raise the taxes, when it comes to America, they will say, oh, no, those were the enemy. I love America, I love Route 66, I love Gibson, I love Fender, but White House and Pentagon and that world, has destroyed the world.
It was easier to say hello.
I've discovered that happiness is not the size of your bank account. Because I had a lot of money once and I wasn't happy. And it couldn't buy me happiness. All I wanted was to be with real friends and feel that being in a band and music. That's why after White Line, when I started Freak of Nature, I took over $500,000 and built that band. And what I did there is I bought my happiness back. And I bought the feeling of what it was like for a short time to be in a rock and roll band. But when you came to rehearsal, that's where you wanted to be.
It was easier to say hello than to say goodbye. Now the bus is leaving once again. I've been farewell to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.